Well, the Seretean Wellness Center has several objectives, several purposes. We deliver wellness programs for faculty, staff, and students. We have 17 different programs that help deliver a variety of programs, everything from nutrition to health education. We have for employees other things, but specifically for students, primarily we focus on health education, health risk assessments, and then we also do, of course, the Share the Wealth and Wellness State components of orientation. Well, we do have a small fitness center and we have personal training, and that's always good for students. It's not funded by students. The fitness center isn't like the Colvin Center. The Colvin Center is for students and funded by students, and so but we do have extra resources available for personal training. We also have actually 2 registered dietitians. So when students come to school, many times they come out of the environment where they haven't had to think about what they're going to eat. It's basically there. Parents take care of that. You don't have to worry about whether it's nutritious or not. And students come into an environment where there are different dining venues, and sometimes they don't make the healthiest choices. And so we help students with nutrition through those 2 registered dietitians, and so exercise, nutrition, and then health risk assessment. Every incoming freshman is either required to take the health risk assessment at the Wellness Center, which includes a variety of questions about lifestyle, but also we measure your cholesterol, blood pressure, height, weight, those biometric data, and then they take the health risk assessment online. Or if they don't do the health risk assessment, then they need to bring a physical exam from their physician. Well, what we would hope is that at some point in time, whether it's through orientation or through a total wellness class, we hope that students begin to take a look and assess, take personal responsibility for their own health. Again, it's moving out of an environment where maybe students have been very active in either sports or band, marching band, several different ways, into an environment where you could become more sedentary. And so we hope that students start taking responsibility for their health, and this is the perfect time to do that. So whether they take a total wellness class, or they learn those things through orientation, or they just want to come and visit with somebody at myself or other counselor at the Seretean Wellness Center about what they should do for their health. Dining options on campus, again, this is something that students have not probably had to make a whole lot of choices up to now, but coming to the university now, they'll be required to make choices about how much they sleep, what they eat, what activities, of course, that they get involved in, and so forth. There are healthy dining options on campus at all of the dining venues. If students will look for a little label called Choose Orange, we have designated those options as the healthiest options. They are going to meet the requirements of no more than 30% fat, some other requirements. We do have a website for Choose Orange that tells you what the criteria are, and that's chooseorange.okstate.edu. Wellness is a lifestyle, and taking care of yourself is a personal choice. And when we're young, all of us take our health for granted. There's no question about it. But by the time our students get to the senior year, you know, 22, 23, 24 years old, even younger, what people are going to find, or what students are going to find, is that it's critical to take care of yourself. You cannot go through a life of abusing yourself, either with alcohol, drugs, not eating properly, not getting the proper amount of sleep. And college is the training stage for that, because you think you're busy now, but you know, wait till you have 3 kids, a job, and you're doing your volunteer work, and you're taking care of everything else. You really are busy right now, but it's a training ground for later on, because I promise you, you will be busier. The main thing is that students should schedule their days and schedule exercise. Schedule, if you go to the grocery store, go to the grocery store. And you know, I'm not one that says that you should schedule your whole life. I mean, there's some spontaneity to life that is critical for your mental health as well. But if you don't schedule exercise, and I don't care if you're 18 or if you're 80, if you don't schedule it, you're not going to get it done. And what we like to say is that if you prioritize it, and if you put it first in the day, then things don't get in the way later on. And certainly that's the case as you get older and you do have a job and you have to be there and you have to do all those things. There ain't no roll on your job. There might be roll on a class or two, but there's no roll on your job. And so learning how to schedule early in life is very, very critical.